Hello and welcome back. I hope you all are doing good, and I hope that the first lecture that you heard was fine and went well, and you all have noted any kind of doubts that you have had in your mind. So, like I said in the previous lecture itself, today we will talk about an interesting debate that has been going in the field of developmental psychology for years together. And what the conclusion should be would be an interesting answer from your end, right? So we will wait for that and we will wait what the answer can be and what stands out as the winner in the debate from you guys. Before that, let us understand what the debate is about. Nature versus nurture. The debate here is what contributes the most in the development of human behavior. Now first understand what is nature and what is nurture in this context. Nature means the factors that are provided from the nature that help in development of a human being. Like what comes up from nature to us humans? The genes from our parents largely, right? So nature generally refers to the traits, abilities, capabilities that are inherited from our parents. So we all are born with a number of chromosomes. I think we all know that, right? And those chromosomes have genes, and those genes gives us certain traits like our skin type, our eye color, our hair type, our body shape, quite a lot of times. Some argumentatively, some temperamental factors. So it says that if a parent is very temperamental, like if a parent say has a lot of anger problem, so likely that it is debated, it is not still proven. A lot of times there are chances that the child also maybe somebody who turns out to be a very angry person. So that kind of is genetic. Although traits and emotions do not fall under genetics, it is not yet proven. It's still a debatable issue, but we are not going on that side. We are talking about, so these traits, right? Are these more important in developing that person's behavior, right? So for example, the genetic compositions, the predetermined genetic composition, which is also known as maturation, okay? So that is something that happens nature wise. As you grow, you become mature, right? I think we all are started to become mature already because we're growing every year. So a lot of the maturation can be dedicated to or can be um, um, as a result of the genetic predisposition we have from our parents. Okay, so now there are few psychologists, developmental psychologists, who stress on the fact that it is the nature that largely contributes in one human being's change in behavior. So if supposedly a child grows up to be somebody who's very shy and very quiet, people who support the nature side will say that this is because genetic composition is already there, because the parent is probably a shy person or one of the parents is a very calm person. That is why this child has turned out to be a very calm child. So developmentalists who side the nature will always attribute most behavioral changes to factors that are determined by the nature. Okay. Let us understand now, what does nurture refer to? Nurture means the environment that a person is living in. And developmentalists who support the nature side says that it is because their environment that the behavior of the individual changes. So basically, influence of parents, learnings of the society, influence of the friends, culture, peers, socio-economic circumstances, all these things largely contribute in the progression and changes of behavior through lifespan. Okay, so changes in behavior due to the environment that we grew up in are always learned through social learning, right? Socially, what we are learning from our background, from our environment, is what is affecting my or our behavior. Okay, now let me give you a very simple example of nature versus nurture. Okay, now suppose there is a psychologist A who supports nature and a psychologist B who supports nurture. Okay, there are two people like this. Okay, now and there is a child who is kept in front of them. Okay, now this child gets angry very often. He gets very angry. Anything happens, he's very short tempered. Okay, so developmentalist A who supports nature will say that this is because the parents have genes. The parents are angry in nature. Father displays a lot of anger, mother displays a lot of anger, or a grandfather used to display a lot of anger. Okay, heredity wise. That is why this child has acquired this short temper. Whereas B developmentalist would say that no, it is not because of genetics. It is because this child saw his parents talking angrily with each other, or must have picked this social learning from his friends or from some other culture he belongs to, etc. So this would be the debate between a developmentalist who will support nurture and nature, right? Nature one will say that no, it's all because of the genes. Nurture one will say that no, it's all because of the environment. Now the question's out to you guys. What do you think is the major contributing factor for the human behavior changes that happen over the years? So we will take this debate into account once we are in a group discussion. So you all be prepared with your points, of course with your doubts also, but you all be prepared with your points because I am going to have this debate in our group discussion. Okay, you can do your own research, you can go through YouTube links, YouTube channels, and various videos are out there on this debate, and you can learn a lot of things. Then you can be prepared and we will have this particular thing, and then we'll try and figure out what is the one that stands as a winner. Okay, so looking forward to all of you guys. I will post out the timings for our group discussion, maybe on the WhatsApp group or maybe on the post itself in our classroom, and you can then join in and we can then have the meeting. Till then, take care, and soon enough you will have another lecture being uploaded. Thank you very much. Goodbye.